no one knew that she was on her deathbed, but she was. And she came down. She stayed about a month here with Vernon and Elvis, and he would bring them over with him every time he came to Waco. And but you could tell she was sick. She was overweight, and her face was drawn. She rarely smiled, and but nobody thought that she was near death. I mean, that was the farthest thing from our minds, really.
A lonely soldier boy can cry for a soldier.
It was a very close relationship. Since he was an only child, his twin brother died at birth. She could have no more children. She coveted him very much. She was constantly worried about him. She would even walk to school with him in the mornings. Even up to high school, she'd walk to school with him, which was embarrassing for a high school student. But she'd walk a block behind him and make sure he got to school well. And she just protected him like mad, and he loved her dearly. I think half of Elvis died when she died. He never got over her death.
I got in for the funeral. They had really become worried about him because he wouldn't let her go. She was in the coffin where he was also put, in the living room, right in front of the music room. Like the living room is narrow, and the entrance to Elvis' music room where he had his piano, that little archway there is where she was. And they said, Cliff, you've got to do something. You're close to these people. He won't let her go. Let her go, but burial. She was supposed to be buried 3 days before, 2 or 3 days before that. And when I came and came into the door, they both grabbed me. Vernon and Elvis both grabbed me. Cliff, she's gone. And very powerful emotions. We all got out to the family there. Anita Wood was there, his girlfriend at the time, and the other relatives, and I sat with the family with Elvis and Mr. Presley. So I sat right there with them. And as they were lowering his mother into the grave, he had to be restrained physically. And they held him and they lowered her and started, buried her, and that was that. But he had to be physically restrained to keep from, I don't know what he would have done.
And things after that were not really the same anymore. There was a real sadness about Elvis himself. He had that sad look about him just everywhere. And the humor and the fun and all that stuff wasn't really there for the rest of our advanced basic training.
I've searched, but I couldn't find